Good day. Welcome to the Talk It Out podcast. My name is Neal Bailey-Harper, and today I am back with This Is Us, Losing My Religion. The music I'm listening to comes from REM, and the song is Losing My Religion, and my religion is lost. Now, let me be very clear about this. I believe I'm very spiritual. I believe in spirituality. I do not believe in religion. Spirituality is an individual thing. Religion is a system controlled by those in power so it fits their needs. So I don't buy into it. And when we look around today, I'm looking at this hearing we just had with Kavanaugh and Dr. Ford for the seat on the Supreme Court. And for those of us who aren't paying attention, we need to pay attention because this will affect the next 30, 40 years of how our children live, legally, how they live. And make no mistake about it, Mr. Kavanaugh wants to turn back the clock. He wants abortion to be illegal, in plain terms. So anybody 18, 19, or 20 thinking you do not have a stake in this, you do. You really do. And when you have this woman saying how what she remembers very vividly, and everybody says they believed her. And then Mr. Kavanaugh comes out and he says this and that, and every man says they believed him. As a man, I'm going to tell you one thing I believe. If a man says they believe the woman and then turns around and says they believe the man, they believe the man. Because lots of times men see themselves in a situation that someone else is in instead of seeing the situation for itself. So we want an out. So we give him an out. That might give us an out later on down the line. If you're thinking that way to start, okay? It's like I remember a baseball player, Roger Clemens, when he was up on Capitol Hill, and he knew he was dead wrong. He knew he got caught. He said he misremembered. Now, a lot of us laughed when he said that. But a lot of politicians said, hey, misremember. That's a new word. If I don't forget, I can misremember. It's just another way out of shit because we are liars. Lying is inbred in our system in this country. It always has been. How many of us tell our children on the most exciting time of the year for them that an old white man with a beard is going to bring them gifts and spread love all around the land? And the children believe them. No, I'm not talking about God. I'm talking about Santa Claus. How many of you tell your children that? Have told your children that? And then we have a problem when kids want to believe that wrestling is for real. Well, we put this in our system from the beginning, and not only that, systematically, like I said, in this country, I don't believe we love children, but I'm going to get to that in a minute. Back to this hearing. Worst case scenario, Mr. Kavanaugh is guilty of sexual assault. Least case scenario, he's a damn liar. He's an outright liar. And if our Supreme Court is what we want our Supreme Court to be, we have a politically motivated liar who's trying to get a seat. He actually used the name Hillary Clinton during his hearing. She's a bad girl. It's like she's still in the background, little Machiavelli just working everything around, even though the Republicans have the White House, the Senate, and the Congress. But they're winning, but they're still losing. Makes no sense at all. So now, what should have happened is finally going to happen. It should have been an investigation because there's another man who was in the room. And everybody knows he was in the room, and he knows he was in the room, and he has not said what he's going to say this week. Worst case scenario, Kavanaugh is not, from what we say our standards are, he's not eligible to be a Supreme Court judge. I don't know about anybody else, I'm talking about him. This is David Bowie. The song is This Is Not America. And it comes from the movie The Falcon and the Snowman, which is a great movie with Sean Penn and, Timothy Hutton, about spies based on a true story. Well, I'm tired of hearing this too. I'm tired of hearing people say, well, this is not how we do in America. Yes, it is. It's how we're doing in America right now. We've had a TV star become president who doesn't know shit about what he's doing and is not trying to learn. He's making the office of president a transactional office. There's no compassion. There's no love. There's no strength. There's hypocrisy. There's thievery. There's whataboutism. But there's no leadership coming from the office. That's the only thing we're used to. Good or bad, we're used to leadership. Now we have none. So now it has to come from where it's supposed to come from to start. It's supposed to come from us anyhow. Okay? The economy is doing great? Not really. It's doing well, but we have $1 trillion deficit. So how great can the economy be when we owe somebody $1 trillion? Makes no sense. Black people, we're doing better than we ever have before. No, we're not. No, we're not. Again, like I said, listen to that tagline, and if you got some pull with you, call me up, and I might be able to get a cousin of yours or somebody out of jail for you. But in the meantime, my article judges that I've hired, my article judges that I have appointed, that are judges for life, Article 13 judges for life, guess what? It's 87 of them, 89 of them been nominated, and only one is black. They're going to control the laws. They're going to control how long we stay in jail, how long we get out of jail. So, of the 46 confirmed as of, I believe, last month, there were 40 white, 4 Asian, and 1 Hispanic, maybe 45. So if we're not in on making the laws, who's it going to hurt? Hey, listen, the midterm elections are coming up. This cannot be a thing where 30% or 40% of us vote. It cannot be a thing where you're voting because you feel guilty because you made the wrong decision last time. It's got to be because of now. Those kids in Parkland, Florida, went around and did a national voter registration for kids 18, 19, 20. This has to be done. Of course, a lot of people do not want them to wake up to this. But they need to because this is their lives too. It's more their lives than ours. A lot of us have lived at least half of our life already. And we're trying to set the rules for the rest of their lives. It's not right. But the young people have to make a stand to determine that it's not right too. It's enough for me to say it. I can vote, but they got to vote. It's more of them than it is of us. Listen, we are not in the top 10 in anything worldwide. We make and manufacture really virtually nothing in this country anymore. Real estate is the highest job percentage thing we have right now. We have to get right on where we are. But first, we got to get this Kavanaugh man out of the way. Have a good day, everybody. Talk to you soon.